my name is Maraina Romain. I'm in 10th grade, and this is the video about my personal project and how I redesigned my office. So the personal project is basically something you start in 9th grade at my school, and then you finish it in 10th grade, and then you turn it in. But what it actually is you have to think of a problem or think of something you've never done before but you've always wanted to do, and you have to kind of go through with that plan, whatever you wanted to do, whether it's building a computer, making a cookbook, whatever. But in the end, it has to have like an effect on someone, and you have to kind of like reflect on that, and then use these certain categories on how to go about fixing the problem. So whether it's looking back on different cultures, using your culture, using creativity, which is what I did. And so I used my creativity to make a positive change in me and my family's life. And so I wanted to redecorate this office because I felt like I didn't have a set, steady space. I mean, there was already an office, but like it wasn't really motivating. Like when I was in there, I kind of just didn't feel like doing my work. It just didn't have that productive feel to it. It was kind of disorganized. It was originally a playroom from when me and my sister were little, and so it still kind of had that playroom feel because of like the wall color choice. There were still some like toys laying around, and then it just didn't really have that organized feel that I was looking for. And so I found myself doing my work and studying in my room, on the kitchen table, in the living room, like basically anywhere except for the office. So my goal was to create a productive office that would motivate me to get my work done and to study. So basically, I'm using my creativity to make a positive change in my life, and I hope that this video and this project will inspire you or anyone that you know, your friends, your family, to make a positive change in your life through creativity as well. So without further ado, here is how I redesigned my office. The research that I had to do was I had to research which colors to use, which I'll talk about a little bit later, but I researched colors and their effect they had on you and your brain and how your emotions, how it makes you feel, and so that played a big role in which colors I chose. Then I also researched different organization tips, how to organize like school supplies, which organization you should have in an office. I also researched like different lighting, so that kind of played a role in whether to have like blackout curtains in the room, and then or either to have like thin curtains so that natural light can come in, whether that's changing like the light fixture that's in the room. That also played a big role. So the next thing I had to do after researching was I take all of those ideas that I learned and I had to make a layout. The first design I came up with really focused on the colors, and in order to make these designs I used this app called Room Planner, and it was basically you got to draw out your plan, your blueprint, your room, and then you could like kind of shop in there, and there were different desks, chairs, decorations in there that you could just drag into the room, and then you could also press a button and then like kind of had that you could see the room in 3D, which I thought was really cool. And so I couldn't really match up specific colors, specific furniture pieces, because I would have to pay premium for that. So yeah, it was just really a rough design. But basically I had these bright blue walls, and then I had this orange carpet, this orange rug that's going to be in the center. I had these orange chairs to bring in the orange, and then I was gonna have some orange curtains. And so then I added a couch in there because I noticed that I really liked reading on a couch. I would go in my living room and read my novels that I was assigned to, and so I was like, okay, I could just have a couch in here since I want all of my studying to be done in one room, and so I wouldn't have to go, in a different room and maybe get distracted down there while reading my book. And so the desk layout was kind of just based off what was already in the room already. There was one desk against the window, and then there was one against the left wall. And I thought it was a good idea at first, but then I just kind of started looking at it. I kind of walked into the room and kind of imagined it, and it just really felt kind of unbalanced. So I decided to move the couch against the window, and then the two desks on either side. And I just feel like that really balanced out the room And the desk with the curtains with the bookshelf, it almost kind of created like an accent wall in a way. And I really liked how when you would walk into the room, you just see, and your focus would just kind of like start there, and then you'd be like, oh, two desks, and it would just be really cool. And then I kind of changed the furniture to white, so all the furniture would be white, and it would be kind of this clean, minimalist look, and then I could just add my pops of color from there. I also changed the wall color to this grayish blue because it would give more of that modern feel, like what I was going for. I was going for a very clean look, so it's not too much going on while you're studying and stuff like that. What I also liked about this was that it was gonna kind of help flow with all the rooms up here. All the rooms upstairs, which is where the office is, has some gray and some blue, and so I really wanted this office to help not just stand out, be this random room with these random colors, but I wanted it to actually help flow with the rest of the house. So the last and final design that I came up with, I actually ended up taking the couch out completely because it was kind of hard to find a couch that was going to be small enough to fit in the room and fit in between those bookshelves and also be in the budget. And so we just couldn't find the right couch. And so we ended up having to add another desk anyways. To replace the couch, I ended up finding this idea on Pinterest where you make this reading nook corner in a closet, and there is a closet in the office, and so I was like, okay, this is perfect. So they added like a little cushioned bench in there with these little storage bins underneath, and there were pillows and stuff like that, and I just thought it was a really good idea. So the first color is orange, and that's kind of the accent color. There's little decorations of orange, and so this color promotes energy and it kind of wakes you up in a way. And so yeah, this is kind of like the little pop of color, so the room isn't all just gray and blue and white and stuff like that. And so the next color is this light blue, and it's also kind of an accent color. The next color is the wall color, which is this bluish gray, and it kind of ties in with the blue, the light blue, and then the gray floors and the silver on the furniture and stuff like that. And then lastly is the floor color. It's actually a tannish gray, so it's this very neutral color. So after the planning was all done, it was time to take action. And so the first thing that I did was just cleaned out the room. I went through the bookshelf type thing, and so I saw that there were a lot of children's books, and we don't really need those, so we made like a donating pile, a giving away pile to like friends and family. And so then we made a pile of books that we could read now. And so this was just like a good way to just get a good start. So the next thing we did was we went to Lowe's to pick out the floor that we wanted, the specific paint color, and then we also picked out the orange that we wanted. There isn't going to be any orange paint, but we wanted to have a specific orange color just to match with the flooring and the walls to make sure it all goes together. And then plus we can also take the orange paint strip and bring it around with us when we go shopping for those orange decorations to make sure everything matches. So after that, we cleaned out the entire room because the person was coming to paint and lay down the floors the next day. So now that the room is painted and the floors are laid, it's time to build the furniture and move it into the room. This is one of the bookshelves. And this is one of the desks. Now we're moving in the furniture, and I'm just putting away all the supplies in its designated areas and just organizing. Like I said before, we were replacing the couch with a little reading nook, and so we had to build the bench that's gonna go in there. Ended up being a little bit smaller than I expected, but it still fit in with the closet very nicely. Okay, so I'm finally done with the room, and so here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's the before. And here's the after. So overall, I am very proud of the room. It's currently the end of October, so I've been using it for about a little over a month, and so I've come to the conclusion that it has really made me focus. I do all my work in there. I attend all my classes in that room. I find myself, I'm not reaching to go in any other room to get my work done. When I walk into the room, I know that I feel like that it's time to get work done. No distractions, and so I get all my work done in a timely manner instead of procrastinating. I found that I still kind of procrastinate, but I definitely procrastinate less than last year. Another thing that I researched was it's good to have like art pieces in the room, and so there wasn't really space to put it on the walls because we had whiteboards and we had bookshelves covering the walls. So we added like some DIY touches. We DIY'd these lamps. We painted on them to add the orange touches and add some more colors. And then I actually DIY'd this ombre M, and stands for Maraina, and then my sister's name starts with the M as well. So just kind of that personal DIY touch in there. And yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video inspired you, whether it's redesigning your office, your bedroom, making a painting. There are so many different ways to use your creativity to make a positive change in your life. And so make sure to share this video to support my project and to inspire others to make a positive change in their life using their creativity as well. Thank you.